stay on the charging spots. You still there for charging points continuously. So learning how will you be charging your phone. Yeah, what I was saying, what are they talk be say good, what I talk be say charging port. I still there for charging point. The next thing now, how to be fixing your charging point to charger to your phone on the socket. Assuming that this is phone, we want to put charger, this is charger, we want to put charger for the phone. What are you supposed to do for the first step? Instead, you put the charger, your charger, look at, you put your charger for the socket first. Once you put charger for the socket, the next thing for you is to put your phone, hold it according to my second, the explanation, last explanation. You hold your charger like this and put it, just put it like this, concentrate, and drop it somewhere else that the leg may not kick it, or a safety place. What I mean is the place that anything will not touch it, or maybe something fall on top of it, or that they can use leg play it like ball. If that thing happen, if such thing happen, it can lead to anything. So it can lead to charging point to spoil, even to not get solution. So you have to be very careful when you are charging, when the time you are charging your phone, or while charging your handset. You have to be very careful. And another thing is, give your phone out to a small boy, a kid, to go and help you to plug it. What I mean is, when you give your phone to a baby boy or a girl, or a small boy or a small girl, they help you to go and plug it for light. It used to happen like that. So in the processing, why, and you did not teach them how to be fixing the charger for the phone. You teach them, or you help them to fix it. And it's not even good enough safe for you to just pick them when the charger is already on the light, to fix it like this and to go and plug it yourself. Or you teach them, take them there and teach them how they will be fixing the charger for the phone, how they will be plugging the charger for the phone. Good. You get me? We give the charger to them and you not teach them. You know, when they take charger, assuming if it's actually the charger that we just took to engineer and repaired, after the engineer do the phone for you finish, you can't return the phone for us. You can't give my I just do the phone. That money wey that engineer collect is too much. So let me take it to my boy Lagbaja, come and collect, go and help me plug the phone for light to charge. Instead of you to plug it by yourself, from there your boy, he may do mistake, or the lady may, the girl may do mistake, but instead of the putting the charger the right way, it will be putting it like this, and it didn't know that it will be forcing it. From there it can even spoil the charger. Maybe he put it wrong side like this, instead of the charger supposed to enter like this, and he put it like this instead of like this, and he once he put it like this, not and start forcing it, it can spoil your charging port. From there the charging point can spoil again. You may not even know, even if you don't know where the fault coming from, you will give fault to the engineer that repair the phone for you. That is part of what make me out and be explaining like this for you. How will you be using phone that will last longer for you, especially charging port? Now I'm talking of charging port. Now we move on. After charging point, I will go to mapping, screen, charging, screen, and so on, to know, learn how will you be charging your phone that will not make the phone spoil on time. You get the charging point spoil on time. That's what I'm saying. And the other thing is removing your charger, removing charger from the other thing is removing charger from phone. As maybe the time you plug the charger for your phone, when you plug the charger for your phone, if you are not very careful to remove the charger, or you just take it, you remove it anyhow, it can also spoil the charging point. That can also spoil your charging port. It can spoil it. You have to be very careful the time that you wanted to remove it as you plug it. And it even lead to the panel. What I mean by panel is, you know, all the charging points, there's one LED, we call it LED. They sold it for the board, which I call panel. Phone, for your phone, which are called panel for your phone. They sold the type money for the phone. There's something that is there that is holding your the charging port together with the charger, not connect alone. That thing that will make the charger stronger, that you'll be using it stronger. And once it's already pulled out from the board, if you took it to engineer, and once you took it to engineer and go, the engineer will tell you this is already pulled out from the phone. And for you, as soon as it is the charging point with the damn flex, the engineer will tell you to go to change the damn board. But once many of us, our customers, they do not believe, they don't like to spend much money or to do the perfect thing. They don't like to sometimes. When you tell them this is what is it, as soon as it's charging this phone now, it's not using that board. You have some phone that is using that board. You take the phone, engineer, by the time you was charging it, error, maybe the phone fell down from the place on top of cardboard, on top of it, that drop it, fell from it down, and it's already pulled out from the board. When you take it to engineer will let you know that this one we need to change the complete damn board. He say how much? This is how much. This money is too much. You cannot avoid the amount of the money. What will you do now? That is the best thing to do. You just tell the engineer that I'm coming, and he just went to another engineer. Once he just went to another, that one will know explain. Since that one is already expressed the same thing before, and many of our customers don't like the truth. Instead, when you do the phone for them, that one will now do it just to collect the money. And when you do such phone after 2 or a week, the charging port may lead to spoil again, because it's already pulled out. There's not any strong place to hold the charging point like before. Again, that is what makes many of us are complaining, blaming engineers. Because when you tell them this is how it is, this is how it is, they will went to another engineer or leave it. They will not even mind. They will call that one, I don't know what he's saying, which is saying the truth. So that is part of explanation. That's part of what makes me be here. What will you do if you cannot avoid the money? Let the engineer do it for you, and you'll be managing it. If you have the money, you come back and do the complete one, or you go and keep it. Why? If you have maybe it's 100 phone exactly, if you have the money, you can be using the small phone until you have money to do it perfectly, instead of the wasting money or the insulting engineer, condemning the engineers, that phone technicians that is trying to condemning the technicians that is trying to repair your phone and try to do some correction which you can't. Instead, like this phone, this old man bring this phone here, came here with this phone. I explained that he dropped it in somewhere, a place whereby a boy just go to the place and kick it, and just kick it. What I mean is that I just kick it with leg. From there, when you return the phone here, the phone cannot charge. I try to put the charger, the charging port, put the desktop, and boost the battery. After charging it with desktop, and I fix it back, immediately I put the charger on the phone start charging. But for maybe when the charger want to increase another bar, what is going to happen? This phone will be writing charging error. You can see what caused the problem exactly, because it did not keep the phone to the right place, the safety place. That's what leads to the charger.